everyone, welcome back to GoLocal Live. Our second guest on the show today is Kent Stetson from Stetson Handbags. Hi, Kent. It's really good to see you. I'm sure a lot of you have seen some of his designs around. I know he's an avid attendee of Style Week and has a showroom, I believe, in Providence or
the showroom's in Pawtucket at the Hope
Pawtucket.
Artist Building,
Yes.
but we have presence all around the city. And
Excellent.
if you go out to dinner or to a party somewhere in Providence, you probably see one of our creations.
Awesome. So for those who aren't familiar, give us a little bit of background on yourself. How did you get into this? Why Providence? I know it's a big piece of what you do. So.
Yeah, sure. So 15 years ago, I had just graduated from Brown, and I was making computer-generated paintings. They were very cool. I had an exhibit at a gallery in Wayland Square, and it didn't go very well. Nothing sold. And so I decided to cut up all of the pieces and sew them into bags, and they started selling right away. And fast forward now 15 years, we're in a few hundred stores. I have a team that work with me in my shop, but this piece right here actually is from that era of artwork. So originally the handbag was a way for me to frame my art and to package it in a form that I could sell. At the time, I worked at a shoe store, and it turned out that I was good at convincing people to buy shoes that they did not need. So this was an extension of my
obvious extension of that. Yeah, I was going to ask why handbags, but
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like a beautiful medium for this.
And that absolutely, and that was kind of irreverent to cut up my paintings like that. So it wasn't a big stretch for me to say, okay, now I'm going to put a donut on a bag, because why not?
Why not?
So
everybody loves donuts.
There's definitely a sense of humor in the DNA of our work.
So what was, the first real bag that you put out there that you think is like one of your more memorable pieces? Tell us about that.
Well, this print actually is the origin of the collection. So this image was originally shown in a gallery on a wall, and that became the first theme and look for a bag that I made, and then things just grew from there, because people started saying, well, could you make a bag with my dog on it? And yes, we can.
Yes.
I really think that I'm not one of those trend-driven designers in the way that a lot of people are. I like to think when I do what I do best, someone will look at something I've made and say, that was made for me, or that was made for this person that I know, and they've got a birthday coming up, and it's perfect. And that's when I think I'm doing what I do best, when I hit that note for people, where it's like, this is me. This isn't about a trend. This isn't about something that I saw on Instagram that someone else, a celebrity, has. This is me.
I love that.
Yeah.
And so you said you can actually make these custom with pets and with different things.
We can, although we have a collection of 16 different dog breeds that we offer that are standard, and then a couple of kitty bags as well. And the pictures that we have are really strong, and so we do encourage people to first look at the collection as we offer it, but we can customize in some cases for people.
I've seen bridal bags too. Is that another customization? Like
absolutely.
Names? Yeah.
Yep. So doing Mrs. and then the last name for a reception after a wedding is a thing that we do as well.
No, I don't want to get too off topic with the background, because I definitely want to talk about the bags. But I actually tried to have Kent on the show last week, and he was at Market in New York.
Yes.
So I'm very curious, and I'm sure our viewers already hear a little bit about your experience there, and what's coming down the pipeline. What are we looking at?
Absolutely. Well, I love being in Rhode Island, and this is a perfect home for me. I have amazing hometown support, but the reality is, running a business, I do have to cast kind of a wide net, and Market is an opportunity for me twice a year to meet with buyers for stores to show them the collection, and to develop relationships with retailers who we partner with, who carry our line. Currently, we are in a few hundred stores, and the Market is a really concentrated time that happens twice a year where we meet with the stores. I had a fabulous Market. It was really good.
Oh, excellent. So glad to hear that.
Otherwise, down the pipeline, we are putting together a show at Style Week this year. We will be showing a collection on closing night. And
is this the first?
This is the second time, but for those people who were there 5 years ago when I did a collection in partnership with Big Nazo, buy your tickets right away. It will not disappoint.
Is it in partnership with Big Nazo again this year?
No, it's not.
We've better?
It's Big Nazo was amazing, and that was a phenomenal experience. We blew the roof off. Their band was incredible. This is something totally different, and I've incorporated several local high schools. We have engineers. It's just totally over the top. There's so many things that can go wrong with this show. It's really going to be exciting.
So buy it just to watch the things go wrong.
You have to
I
go. No,
guess.
it's going to be fun. It's going to be super fun. And Style Week is just a great chance to get dressed up and
Of course.
And go out and socialize. And it's not a snooty environment. It really is. People are nice and friendly, and it's a great opportunity to get a little dressed up. If you want to, or dress however you feel comfortable. But I love Style Week. Yeah.
So I always see your bags featured in tons of different places. I mean, what's the most exciting place you think you've seen your bag featured, or who's been wearing it? That's really exciting.
Well, that's also a big part of what we do is making sure that celebrities are carrying our bags. I was very excited to hear that someone on my staff, Elizabeth, was able to get Candice Bergen to carry a custom bag for the reboot of Murphy Brown. So that should be airing in September. We made a big leather duffel bag for her. So these smaller bags are the thing that we're most known for, but we make big day bags as well. We can make any kind of bag, really. So I'm very excited about that. We also made bags for a TV show called Riverdale. You're going to see a lot of housewives. Hopefully you won't hold it against me because they're so good to us, and that's a big part of our reach is sending bags to the reality TV celebrities.
I don't think anybody's opposed to that. So, I mean, tell me about what inspires you when you create these bags designs. I know it's, people should belong to the product, but what inspires you personally?
I think nothing's off limits. I think that there's inspiration in everything, and I really believe that we have just scratched the surface. So I do like to think that I know who I'm not as a designer, and so if there's something that comes along as a trend, maybe a bucket bag or a backpack that doesn't feel authentic to what I'm doing, I don't have to jump on the bandwagon.
Yeah.
And so that aside of kind of knowing who I'm not, everything is fair game. I have inspiration in a dream. Oftentimes someone will just come up to me and say, you got to make a fill in the blank bag. And I love when people start dreaming in our realm of fun bags and coming up with their own ideas and pitching them to us to make. So inspiration is everywhere.
Yeah. And how do you find that Rhode Island is a good community for that inspiration?
Rhode Island has amazing hometown support. I am very lucky to be here. We experience it all the time in the form of people really wanting to see Rhode Island businesses and individuals and startups here succeed. There's a great deal of pride that I feel from people who are supporting my work and who are local. It's a really good incubator in terms of building up the confidence to tackle larger markets. So yeah, Rhode Island is in terms of the support that I get from actual people, it's amazing. Yeah.
Tell me about one of the have you ever had like a really creative and memorable bag that you've designed as sort of a one-off that you can think of, or?
Well, there's a whole graveyard of bags in my basement that didn't work out.
And do an art show of that. That would be amazing.
Yes. And so when you're doing something that's a little bit experimental, it doesn't always work out. And we're trying things with flexible LED screens that can play video on a bag. Wow. And we're really 3D printing and incorporating that into our bags. Some of the larger everyday bags that I make require a substantial amount of effort, and if you come to Style Week to see our show, there's a bag that took about 150 hours to make. And so I'm not going to give it away beyond that, but it's dazzling.
Yeah, I can't imagine. And so are you still single-handedly designing the pattern shoes bags, or are you sourcing talent from,
I have a
Christy
team.
and
I have a team, and so the first person that I brought onto my team worked at the shoe store where I worked when I started making and selling bags, and gradually the team has built. We've got 4 people on the team with me, and as we aren't able to keep up with things, then I hire someone else. That's really our growth model. Is we're made to order, so we don't have a warehouse filled with inventory. I am responsible for getting these orders and creating the need for us to produce everything, and we hire and bring on people as the demand grows.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So walk me through some of these bags, and I know they have some of them have really cool liners, and I want to make sure we show that, and also just the price points as well, just to give our viewers an idea.
Sure.
Of
So yeah, absolutely. So if you go onto my website, you'll see most of our signature clutch bags are around $200. It's definitely a splurge, but they are handmade, and I do sign each piece. It really is like buying a piece of art. This is the Superman building downtown, and I've lined it with Superman print on the inside. And you can't see it on the screen there, but if you look inside, there's a pocket, there's a crossbody chain, and I sign each piece inside in the pocket. They also come with a really nice cloth dust bag for storing them. They really are collectible. At the price point, it's definitely a splurge, but if you come to our workshop, we have pouches and smaller pieces that we start at $40 in the studio. So we try to offer a range of things that realistically we can make as accessible as possible. I'm also super excited that Green Ink is opening a second location in Wayland Square in October. We've been working with them for years, and they are in Wickford. They are an institution in Wickford. They have been stocking and supporting my work for several years now, and they will continue and bring the line into Providence. So you'll have a location in Wayland Square, which has all kinds of new restaurants and so much going on.
Yeah, Wayland Square is really
hopping right now.
Blossoming, definitely. Well, Providence is in general. It's a good time to be alive in Providence.
I agree. It's such a dynamic and fun city, and there's this kind of innovative entrepreneurial spirit that pulses through, and I feed off of that. I also think that I contribute to it a little bit as well.
Awesome. So if they want to purchase KentStetson.com or go to the showroom.
KentStetson.com. You can go to our workshop at the Hope Artiste Building, 9 to 5. Most days are our hours. Good idea to send a message if you want to see me at the studio, because sometimes I'm out on the road. And you can go to Green Ink in Wayland Square or in Wickford, and KentStetson.com. You can see everything that we do in some of our press.
And to close out, tell our viewers, if anybody's a little bit nervous to start rocking something as awesome as this, I mean, what kind of encouragement would you give them to really increase their style vibe with an awesome bag?
Well, I definitely don't think that I am in any position to tell a woman what to wear, but I do. But I do think that what we do is fun, and I think that if you're going out to dinner and or you're going out to a party, why not have a little bit of fun? And it can be a little intimidating to spark a conversation with a stranger. The handbag is a great icebreaker. It's a really good way to get someone to instantly know something about you and to approach you about that subject, whether you're an animal person or you're a foodie or you're an art person. We can help break the ice when you go out.
Great. Well, Kent, it was awesome to speak with you today.
Pleasure was mine. Thank you so much for watching.
Please feel free to check out Kent's designs at KentStetson.com. And looking forward to next week. We've got another lineup of really exciting guests in the Navigant Credit Union Broadcast Center. Again, I am Chelsea Gay with GoLocal Live.